Hello, this is the online New Vision TV. I am Lynn Komjisha. Now, when one door closes, as the saying goes, another one opens. Ugandan economists have been lamenting since war broke out in South Sudan as a lot of business closed. But from the same crisis, a door to a new gold mine opened right here in Uganda, as New Vision TV has discovered.
Ugandan households, as well as the refugees themselves.
A study by the University of California has established that the influx of refugees into Uganda brings a major injection of cash into the economy and, most importantly, money which goes directly to Ugandans at the grassroots. After losing so much business with South Sudan when our flared up there 2 years ago, Uganda is now earning at least $200 million a year from looking after refugees. These refugees in Chiriandongo district are still receiving their monthly food rations in prescribed family packages, but at least 65,000 of them do not have to go through this hassle. The World Food Program gives them cash between 700 to 900 Ugandan shillings for every family member instead of food.
Refugees appreciate the flexibility to be able to buy the food that they prefer from local markets. WFP expects to be reaching about 200,000 refugees with cash instead of in-kind food by early next year. The findings of this study confirm that we are on the right track.
A study conducted by a team of researchers from the University of California, Davis and the United Nations World Food Program with the support of the government of Uganda found that humanitarian assistance for refugees creates economic benefits for the local economy. And these benefits are greater when the assistance is in form of cash transfers and land for agricultural production.
Not unlike, in a sense, what happens in a community in California where I come from when a university opens up. It creates considerable benefits for that local community. Conversely, withdrawing the refugee camp from a locality can create, it certainly will create negative benefits. You're removing that cash injection in the form of refugee assistance from that settlement. And you're removing other impacts, positive impacts that refugees have.
It is the first time that the economic impact of Uganda's generosity approach to providing agricultural land to refugees has been calculated. The result shows clearly that the refugees also benefit from Uganda, this country that welcomes them and gives them what they need to build new lives.
So this is very important for the governments that provide humanitarian assistance. It helps them to feel confident in the assistance that they're providing and also to feel comfortable providing more.
Refugee settlements, when they're managed correctly, effectively, when they're placed in appropriate economic contexts where markets can respond to the new demands that get created, they create substantial benefits.
The refugees at Chiriandongo include those from South Sudan, DRC, Kenya, Rwanda, and Burundi. At first, most of the refugees were reluctant to embrace the cash alternative. It was the Kenyans among them who saw the immediate benefit. Besides the cash transfers, there are also considerable economic benefits from the intensive farming carried out by the refugees on the land provided by the Ugandan government for their resettlement. Each refugee household that has been given land by the Ugandan government contributes up to $220 to the Ugandan economy annually, depending on the settlement.
Currently, the World Food Program is reaching 50,000, close to 50,000 mothers, pregnant women and young children less than 2 years old, providing them supplements and nutritious food to prevent stunting.
Currently, World Food Program is assisting 650,000 refugees, 10% of whom are receiving their food assistance in form of cash transfers. World Food Program is expanding its use of cash transfers to reach more than 200,000 refugees by early 2017.
In other news, Mulago National Referral Hospital Administration is in panic after nearly 350 senior medical officers under Makerere refused to return to work in spite of the government's request, seeking to separate them from their suspended university colleagues. The defiant doctors spent most of Tuesday in a strategic closed-door meeting, which they barred any administration official from attending. New Vision TV has been at Uganda's largest hospital, which depends on the university doctors for nearly half of its expertise. Although looks well at the casualty department, business is unusual in many wards after master's medical students and their lecturers refused to return to work since the closure last week of Makerere University, to which they belong. Due to the crisis at Mulago, government this week told the Makerere medical experts attached to Mulago to resume work, but in solidarity with the rest of the university, they have refused. Enoch Kusasira, the publicity officer, confirms that the polite sit-down strike has had both visible and invincible hiccups on health service delivery at the National Referral Facility. One of the arguments New Vision TV was given off camera by the defiant doctors is that they source their knowledge from the university through research and consultation, and so cannot continue working at Mulago if Makerere remains closed.
It is true that Mulago is inconvenienced by the closure of Makerere University because the category of students known as senior housing officers, those are qualified doctors, and they provide care. When the university was closed, they were withdrawn naturally, and that was the case with the lecturers as well.
He, however, appreciates the fact that some of the university medical personnel are upholding the professional ethics and have secretly returned to duty, especially those in critical need of care.
Yes, but I am saying the people are coming back. There is a disagreement within those groups themselves, the SHOs. Some are saying we will not go back. Some are saying some have come back secretly and they are working. A case in point is the intensive care unit. People are there. Intensive care unit is very well covered now, and everybody who is supposed to be there is there.
The public has also given their views on the ongoing situation at Mulago Referral Hospital.
naye bwe twatuuse twafuniddewo obuyambi twasoose Luweero kubanga gye yagwira accident. Twagala abasawo baffe baddeyo bakoleyo
batuule wansi nga gavumenti emanye ensonga eva ku kino eva ku ki. Omusawo katugeze omwana student owe Makerere bw'agamba mbu yeekalakasiza tagenda mu ddwaliro kukola. N'omusawo wa wano omukulu naye yagamba nti nange bali kinkwata ku gavumenti etuule esooka erowooze abantu beefuga bakuŋŋaanira wa ettabi ekkulu Mulago ekole ku nsonga z'abantu abo baleme kutwala wadde eddakiika eziwera 5 nga beekalakasizza.
And now for our Pearl of Africa moment, we take a look at Musambwa Island. Musambwa Island is a few kilometers from Kasensiro landing site on Lake Victoria, a place where women are not allowed, but men live harmoniously with snakes and birds. It has a population of about 100 people. Its name, Musambwa, is a word in the local language meaning spirit or demon. Women are not allowed to reach this island as they may lead the men into sexual temptation. Take a look.
Visitors of Musambwa Island are welcomed by birds of various species. These occupy most of the land and also float peacefully on the ever-flowing water. Musambwa Island is also one of Lake Victoria's so many islands. On the island, the birds lay their eggs and rest on the rocks and the trees surrounding the island. This island is prohibited from women, but men live harmoniously with snakes and the birds. The women are prohibited because they may lead the men here into sexual temptations, which may lead to the destruction of the people here.
And that's all we had for you today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to catch more of your updates on your mobile, anywhere on the go. I am Lynn Komjisha.